The saga of Britney Spears' romantic entanglements continues to unfold with dramatic intensity, as her first husband, Jason Alexander, unleashes a scathing critique of her second ex-husband Kevin Federline's forthcoming memoir. In a bold move that has ignited social media firestorms, Federline positions himself as the unsung narrator of their tumultuous union, aiming to counterbalance the narrative Spears laid bare in her own best-selling book. Yet Alexander, stepping into the fray with unfiltered candor, dismantles this attempt at revisionism, insisting that Federline cannot claim victimhood without reckoning with his complicity. This clash of perspectives not only reopens old wounds from Spears' conservatorship era but also underscores the enduring complexities of fame, love and accountability in the pop princess's storied life. Alexander's intervention arrived via a blistering Instagram post, where he paired a mocking meme with a caption that read like a legal brief crossed with a therapy session. "Kevin, you don't get to rewrite the story without owning your role," he opened, setting a tone of righteous indignation. As Spears' childhood sweetheart and brief spouse, their 2004 marriage lasted a mere 55 hours, annulled amid the whirlwind of her early superstardom. Alexander claims an intimate vantage point on her vulnerabilities. He portrays himself not as a jealous interloper but as a lifelong confidant who witnessed the chaos firsthand. "Surprise, surprise, it leans heavy on painting Britney in a bad light," he continued, alluding to leaked excerpts from Federline's book that allegedly depict Spears as erratic and unfaithful. For Alexander, this isn't storytelling, it's selective amnesia, a ploy to profit from pain without self-reflection. Diving deeper into his accusations, Alexander paints Federline as an active participant in the excesses that defined Spears' mid-2000s spiral. "You were her husband. You were supposed to be her protector. Instead, you were partying right alongside her, the drugs, the alcohol, the chaos. You were there for all of it," he wrote. This isn't mere hearsay, it's a pointed reminder of the era's tabloid frenzy, when Spears' every misstep, from shaved head rebellion to custody battles, was dissected globally. Federline, a backup dancer who rose to prominence through their 2004 to 2007 marriage, fathered two sons with Spears, Sean Preston and Jaden James. Their divorce, finalized amid allegations of neglect and infidelity, thrust him into a role as primary custodian, a position he leveraged for reality TV stints and child support. Alexander's post implies that Federline's memoir, titled "You Thought You Knew," glosses over his own indulgences, framing himself as the steady hand in a storm he helped brew. The timing of Federline's book, slated for release in just days, amplifies the drama. Pre-release buzz has already polarized fans, with #FreeBritney holdouts decrying it as opportunistic grift, while others defend Federline's right to his truth. Excerpts suggest he details intimate betrayals, including claims of Spears' affairs, positioning their split as inevitable fallout from her celebrity pressures. Yet Alexander counters with a broader indictment. "You weren't trying to pull her out, you were feeding off it." This echoes Spears' own memoir, The Woman in Me, where she described the marriage as a whirlwind of emotions, marked by isolation and the dawning realization of her conservatorship's shadow. Alexander's voice adds a layer of authenticity, rooted in their Louisiana roots. Spears and he met as teens, bonding over small-town dreams before fame fractured them. Reflecting on Spears' marital history reveals a pattern of intense, fleeting connections forged in the crucible of stardom. Her union with Federline followed the annulment with Alexander, a Vegas elopement born of youthful impulsivity. What began as fairy tale romance devolved into public acrimony, exacerbated by Spears' grueling tour schedule and Federline's pivot to fatherhood. Post-divorce, he became a fixture in her legal battles, notably withdrawing support during her 2007 breakdown, which precipitated the conservatorship. Alexander, now a fitness entrepreneur and occasional podcaster, has maintained a low profile, occasionally defending Spears without seeking the limelight. His post, however, marks a departure, a clarion call against what he sees as narrative theft. Social media's reaction has been swift and savage, with memes repurposing Alexander's words into viral soundbites. Fans of Spears, still raw from her 2021 conservatorship emancipation, rally behind him, flooding Federline's profiles with demands for accountability. "Tell the whole story or stay silent," one commenter urged, while another quipped, "55 hours of marriage taught more than 3 years of yours." This digital uproar mirrors the memoir's pre-release stir, where snippets have teased revelations about Spears' mental health struggles and Federline's paternal sacrifices. Yet critics argue it's less catharsis than cash grab, especially given Federline's history of profiting from their past. Think Chaotic, their 2005 reality show, or his 2022 Instagram video criticizing Spears' parenting. For Spears herself, now 43 and thriving in her post-conservatorship renaissance, this resurgence of old drama is unwelcome noise. Her memoir, a raw chronicle of abuse and resilience, topped charts and earned critical acclaim, reframing her as a survivor rather than a spectacle. Married to model Sam Asghari until their 2023 split, Spears has since focused on self-discovery, therapy, and sporadic music teases. Alexander's defense aligns with her circle's protective ethos, a network that includes sister Jamie Lynn and manager Lou Taylor's detractors. It also highlights the memoir's potential pitfalls. In seeking to humanize Federline, it risks dehumanizing Spears anew, dredging up custody wars that left her sons estranged for years. Federline's narrative, from available previews, emphasizes his evolution from dancer to devoted dad, crediting Spears' fame for his stability while lamenting its toll. He describes late-night parties where lines blurred between fun and frenzy, admitting shared excesses but attributing the downfall to her unmanaged pressures. Alexander dismisses this as half-truths, urging a fuller accounting: the media hounding, the family's interventions, the industry's exploitation. This debate transcends personal vendettas, touching on broader issues like mental health stigma in entertainment and the ethics of ex-spouse exposés. As You Thought You Knew hits shelves, it promises to fuel documentaries, podcasts, and think pieces, but at what cost to healing? Alexander's closing salvo, "I Can't Stay Silent," resonates as a vow of loyalty, a thread connecting Spears' past to her empowered present. In an industry that chews up and spits out its icons, his words remind us that true allies speak when it matters most. Whether Federline responds or lets the book stand alone, this chapter in Spears' endless story reaffirms her centrality, not as a cautionary tale but as a force unbowed by revisionists. As fans await the full text, one thing's clear: the pop icon's legacy defies easy edits.